And we're back, baby. That's right. We're back covering Below Deck. Period. There's nothing in front of it. We are back to the OG. And if you don't know us, I am one of your hosts, your captain, your co-captain, Sasha Joseph, and of course joined by honestly the newest star in the RHAP network, which is our parent podcast. But here we are, Chappell. Welcome. Oh my God. Big deal. Come on. Welcome back.
I'm happy to be back. This is my first go round, I think, on Below Deck
Yes.
proper. I've never done this. This is nice. I'm already liking it. I like the whole setup that they did in the beginning of the episode. I loved how beautiful Grenada is. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm ready to dive into this. I don't know any of these people. I love when I get to meet new people. I'm definitely excited to find out from you some of the backstories that that I don't know. But Sasha, this has been so fun moving throughout the Below Deck universe. I've been down under, I've been in the med, and now Below Deck proper. It's time. I'm happy. Like, this is almost as exciting as the kickback. It really is.
Listen. Matt Forrest said, world famous recap kickback host Chappell. You heard it. He's here. Somehow we got him, okay?
Well, yeah, for the people who don't know,
Yes,
I have recently launched my own podcast called Recap Kickback. It's on recapkickback.com. You can see what I'm talking about. It's where I'll get to talk about whatever I want to. And Rob gave me the keys and I'm going to use them. And so if you want more Chappelle content, if you're a fan, or even if you dry hate me, go leave me some 5-star reviews and click subscribe. Let the kid get some views on there. Click like on the YouTube page, recapkickback.com. // Facebook is where the Facebook group is, where you can let me know what you want me to talk about. You can follow Recap Kickback on all platforms, recap_kickback on TikTok. But yeah, I'm everywhere. So go to recapkickback.com, click that little YouTube button, go to the YouTube page, hit subscribe, hit like, and then join the fun. But Sasha, I love the kickback, but I love being here with you as well. Are you excited to talk about Below Deck?
So excited. Okay, this is amazing. And here's the thing, Anna says it best. This is a great time to start Below Deck proper because it's kind of a soft reboot. I think we got to start from the start. We're missing everyone, right?
Okay.
And Ben Allen also asked, is Kate Chastain back? Nah, and I don't think she's gonna come back either. So here's the thing: Captain Lee is gone. Pause for reaction, because listen, him and Kate were the backbone of all of this, of Below Deck. Like, when you think Below Deck, that's what you think of. But Captain Lee, and we don't really have a reason officially, I will say, as to why they moved on from Captain Lee. But let me know, like, chat, y'all tell me what you think. I'm sure Peanut Gallery has their theories, but my theory is that the age was aging. Last season he had to leave halfway because Captain Sandy had to come in, and we know how that went. So it's just all of that to say, I believe that it's also his health. And yeah, Susan in the chat also says she believes it's his health. So, I just feel like we have to address it. We're pouring one out for Captain Lee because we love him. That's our boat daddy. All right. But with that, it's time we ushered in a new adventure, right? And it's time because Matt says the intro was crazy, so dramatic, full cinema.
Yeah.
Where is the lie? How are you feeling about all of this?
I like it. See, I didn't know. So I knew Captain Lee
Yes.
and Kate because of the Traders, and because I saw Captain Lee one time on Project Runway. That one time I watched that episode with the Below Deck crossover. So I'm aware these people exist, but I don't get the whole gravity of all of that because this does feel like a brand new product. Now that Captain Lee is gone, that it feels like there's a vacancy for Boat Daddy. Now, Sasha, you're the captain here, but I wouldn't mind being the boat daddy of this podcast.
You are the boat daddy.
I'm the boat daddy?
Yeah.
Boat zaddy.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Yes. Sure.
Listen, big boat daddy Chappell is here. And
now,
yeah,
get it.
Listen, you should you give me a time to take a mile every time. But yeah, I'm very excited to watch this because, like I said, I love meeting new people. There's so many new interesting people, and I think that Below Deck Med had me a little shell shocked. I think from the amount of drama that was going on in those first episodes, and so this episode, I was waiting on the ball to drop. I was thinking,
Right.
and it was going surprisingly well through most of it. But I think that we cannot talk about this without really focusing on who is the replacement for Captain Lee, Captain Carey, because Captain Carey a little micromanaging. He's very particular, and I'm wondering, like, I've never seen this before from a captain. Sandy wasn't like
Yeah,
this.
you didn't see Sandy like that, which is
Yeah.
nuts. This is get big Sandy energy. Like we're big
Oh,
deck
okay.
energy, but this is the sand. No, I'm not dragging Sandy's name in the mud no more. Like I'm trying to rise above. And this is very much like how Sandy used to be. So we have seen
Oh.
a version of this. This is also one of the reasons why I feel like Sandy used to irk us because we're just like, give it a rest, bro. The difference I will say is Carrie has the same energy for interior and deck team, right? Like
Mm.
anybody can get it at this point. Whereas I feel like for Sandy, if it was like, no, why are you always in interior? So there's a little bit of difference, but we'll move on. Because we have a lot to get into. Lolly, is Chappelle tender daddy or is Carrie
Ooh.
tender daddy?
See, oh man, Big Boat Daddy Chappelle sounds so good, but
Yeah.
Tender Daddy Chappelle kind of sound a little bit more accurate. I'm a little tender.
No.
I got that. I got that speed to me.
So then we open this, on a tender, of course. Captain Carey is here. And listen, if y'all are on the Below Deck Reddit, no king of gifts, and he loves to say adventure. Because how do we know Captain was it Captain Leash? Oh my god. Captain Carey is that he was on Below Deck Adventure. Listen, I think his micromanaging is coming from him rewatching Adventure and being like,
Oh.
"Oh my god, they ran amok."
So he wasn't like this on Adventure, or was he like this and
I
he just didn't realize that it was so chaotic?
No, he needed to be like this on Adventure, I must say.
Mm,
They were all a mess.
okay.
I feel like all of them were just kind of doing whatever they want. Yeah, Faith Adventure was a mess. Agreed. Just there aren't enough words to talk about where the head of the snake was for
Huh.
Adventure.
See, now I have questions about Captain Carey though, because I thought this is Captain Carey all the time, right? And if he didn't have this energy on Adventure, then I'm not now I'm questioning if he even about this life. Like if they push too hard, is he going to go back to his adventure ways? Because I was getting this image of him as like somebody who was just like a stickler, and everything had to be just a certain way. And if not, I'm gonna kick you off the boat. And then I found out because you won't even let me watch Adventure, so I know it
No,
was
no,
trash.
absolutely
And
not.
so from that, I'm like, how you the same person? You know what I'm saying? Like how you have Adventure,
Because
but
people
then want to come here
dragged
cracking the whip.
him to hell.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I remember being like, Captain, like we need Captain Lee, like they need to be like all of them need to like be wrangled into shape. So that's where I personally feel like that HR, if you're thinking about leadership strategy and emergent strategy, that's where I believe, unfortunately, we have overcorrected.
Gotcha. Okay. Now this is interesting. Yeah, because I just really thought, like, okay, we finally got a captain who cares, right? We got a captain who's gonna get in there. He wants to know everything that's going on. This is great. And I'm like, oh no, this is new for him. Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Pambella is me. The whole deck team needed to be left on a glacier or
Oh my
something.
God.
Yeah, because we were in Norway for a below deck adventure. So it was
Mhm.
like cold. It wasn't like a tropical vibe. And I agree. Again, tell me if I'm wrong about Captain Carey, but I just particularly remember being like, I just need him to like step in. Where's Sandy when you need her? Like that was the moment we were
Mm,
thinking about Carey, personally, at least. I'll say maybe I'll see an I statements. So with
yeah.
that, but it's fine. Okay. for the uninitiated, right? Captain Carey has sailed 30 years. He sailed all over the world. He's like, oh, but we are in such a beautiful place because we're in Grenada, which is in the Caribbean, for those that maybe don't know. And he said, but you can have beauty, but it can't make you complacent.
Yeah. Hey, look, he sounds like he knows what he's doing, Sasha. And
Mhm.
that's why I was really comfortable. I was thinking, okay, at least we know the captain is going to be locked in. Because, like I said, I never met the micromanagey Captain Sandy.
Yeah,
Matter of
of
fact,
course.
last season, Captain Sandy was just chilling. There was so much going on, almost like borderline fist fights on the boat. And she was just kind of like, what? What happened? Max telling her, like, I don't want to talk to you about it. I ain't tripping. Max would not survive 2 minutes on this boat with Captain Carey. Captain Carey would have already walked him off. He said, all right, it's time for you to go. So this is a different feel for me, and I'm very excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, and like I said, I feel that some folks need that kind of micromanaging and some don't. Listen, because we meet Captain Carey, we're excited, and then we do have a bosun, who I feel does need this kind of micromanaging life.
Mhm.
Shout
Yeah.
out Jared, because we meet him and he's the bosun, but like I feel like he's like kind of giving us nothing but mess, right? And before we get into it, Laurel, our listener on Twitter, shout out Laurel, said that I made it less than 10 minutes into Below Deck, and I finally get to have that moment of I know someone from these shows. Bosun Jared is from my hometown and graduated with my brother.
Hey, shout out to Connecticut, I think Jared is from.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Um, I when I first saw Jared, I was thinking, okay, new bosun, who this? And I was watching and I was thinking, okay, this seems like it'll be fine. It seems like he's gonna be okay, but he does make some errors throughout the episode. Again, I've seen crazier things happen on Below Deck. And the captain not even know about it, but Captain Carey's on his ass throughout this
Yes.
episode. Every time he messes up, he right there, like, "Hey, Jared, I'm watching you." So I'm very interested to see where that goes and if Jared's able to step up, because not only is he screwing up, but he got somebody who I'm pretty sure you're familiar with. Also, I think he got some ops. I think this Ben character might be the one that they told him not to worry about, and he should be worried
Mhm.
about him.
Yeah, that Ben is the ops, right? Ben's been the ops. Are we surprised? We met Ben last season. Ben is the Luca type where and here's the thing, someone pointed this out and I can't believe I didn't connect the dots sooner cuz the chat is already saying, what's going on with Jared, right? Zen just asked Bose and Jared over under 4 episodes.
Ooh.
Under is where I also go. Rusty, welcome by the way, also says under. Here's the thing. I have I've seen this, and tell me this theory because you've seen
Okay.
enough. It's giving we have one single quote unquote lead deckhand that is this a franchise staple, is the alum, whatever you want to call it, right? With Luca and Bosun sucks, ruin, and he needs to go. And now lead bosun, aka our like golden boy, sorry, lead deckhand, our golden boy becomes the bosun.
Oh, yeah. But see, I was rooting for Luca. Now, don't get me wrong. Later on in life, we find out that Luca got some F-boy tendencies that are hard to ignore. But as far as from a work standpoint, I kind of always was vibing with Luca. Like, he's here to do what he does. He
Yeah,
gets along with everybody. Everything's cool. I'm already looking at being funny because
you should.
this it's just there's moments with Jared where it's kind of like Ben is so incredulous. He's like, Jared, you threw me under the bus. But even there's like moments at the end of the episode where he's talking about his experience in the first day. He's like, I don't know about this. Like I can't work like this. This guy is different. Like I feel dumber being around him. It's like, okay, all right, you got you a mad hater on the boat because it's day one. Even Captain
And
Carey,
he
the captain.
sabotaged him.
Yeah. And the captain is the one who's like, I'm going to give y'all time to mess up. I'm going to, try to feel this out. We see, some of the other people saying it's day one. Let's just be a little forgiving and kind of see where the mistakes are. He already throwing them under the bus. So I'm not really rooting for Ben to be the new golden boy. I don't know how he was last season, but for now, this
Shit.
isn't working for me.
Oh my god, there's so much I need to say about Ben, but I think it'll come out eventually, so I'll hold back. But the thing is, which I need to bring up, is Rusty in our chat is saying, I was in the Coast Guard and these guys would scare me in an emergency. Here's the thing, Rusty. You have to give us all the stories now because what
Yes.
the hell?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. But Anna does sum up Ben, right? Where Ben does complain about Camille, who we did meet last season. Fun fact, Sandy fired her ass. Rightfully so. Camille was shit. And I don't want to hear otherwise. So anyway, Camille gets, escorted off the boat. Ben is like incredulous. Oh my God. Alyssa, which is the black woman. Later, Alyssa and Camille are fighting. So Sandy does eventually also, spoiler alert, let Alyssa go. Because Alyssa says, got it, Sandy. And she didn't say captain. And
Ooh.
yeah, anyway, it was very weird. But the point is, Camille was known horror. And
Okay.
Ben was like having sex with her while the roommate was right under, like Jackrabbit.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's Ben. And it's so funny because he's complaining about Camille cheating on him while he hooked up with her replacement, as Anna says, as soon as she was off the boat.
Yeah, and we left that part out conveniently, right? Like when it
Yes,
started, I was not given that information, so I don't know if the show wants
of
us to
course.
like and be rooting for Ben, but it's just not landing on me. And that little bit of information, Anna, is exactly why I was like, I knew it was just something about him that wasn't landing for me, and now I'm like, okay, there's more to this story because he's just not giving Golden Boy energy.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm crying because Lolly said, could you imagine Luca and Ben fighting for attention? No, because I think, like Zen says, Luca's not new to this. He's true to this. He's
Yeah.
eating Ben up 10 on 10.
Ben would be in shambles trying to keep up with
Yeah.
Luca. It would be bad because Luca would not pay him any attention. It would just be like, yeah, I don't know what Ben's problem is with me. I'm just getting a promotion again. I don't understand the issue. Like Luca is unbothered in the most F-boy way, and it's perfect. He lives and breathes that. I don't think Ben is ready for that kind of thing. Luca
Yep.
was bored into darkness,
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the best way to put it.
It's just who he
my gosh.
is.
Listen, and what? Okay, I'm done fighting Luca now because I'm back. I'm over it. So that is like now Jared and Ben. So let's just keep, I think, on our exterior. So we also have Sunny, and Sunny says, "Listen, boys are her weakness, and she's Canadian. She said the only red flag she likes is the Canadian flag. So I appreciate Sunny. I think she's gonna be interesting. She's green, but not green enough because she knows what a dildo is.
Well, hold on. Apparently, in Canada, a dildo is a water hose with a little knot situation at the end of it.
Well,
That wasn't a technical term. Nobody else understood. Nobody else understood what she meant, but she was very clear. Like, nah, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, can it double as? That's none of my business. Honestly, that's none of my business. But that's what Sunny knows. Sunny knows the boys. She knows Canada, and she knows the dildos.
and that whole conversation was so ridiculous, Chappell. Because why did they go? Oh, is it black? Why? Why did it need to be black? It was just
look, no comment.
Yeah, that's it. Because
in the wake of this Drake drama, we really don't need to be talking. No, it's too soon.
Just wasn't impressive. Anyway, anyway, oh my God. Please let my boss never find this podcast. But speaking of drakes and eggplants, we have Kyle, the flasher, the dick flasher. I don't know how else to say this. I don't think this man is going to have clothes on this whole season.
Was he the naked one already in the first
Correct.
episode?
Yes.
See,
the one with the kilt, right? That they gave the little moment.
But I saw him in the they were changing clothes to get ready for the day or whatever, and I was like, why are there naked people already? Like y'all just met each other. I don't have like a huge issue with nudity. Like it doesn't like I'm not going to like, vomit in the other room or something like that. But I definitely just kind of was like, did I need that? No, I don't think I needed that. This is just pasty white ass on the episode 1. Okay.
And crack and all, like blur something.
Right. I was like,
damn.
please, for the love of God, blur, but whatever.
Yeah, so it's just Kylo's gonna be interesting. He's gonna be our like quote unquote I need captions for type of person because I don't know what he be saying half the time.
Sasha Below Deck loves a strong accent and loves a Kyle. I was like, I am just start mixing these names up soon. I mean, dear God, we just had a Kyle.
And we have flopped on Kyle's 3 out of 4, and this one isn't very promising.
Yeah, I'm like, why are we doing this again? I was like, y'all couldn't find nobody else. I do think they cast some of these people for their names alone because
Probably.
yeah, they're like, okay, now we don't have to change a lot of the captions and stuff like that. We can just leave it alone. Leave the lower thirds alone because they already say Kyle. I don't know.
Yeah, less work, to pay people, of course, because
Mhm.
we famously they don't pay below deck people well.
Yeah.
So now I think let's go to our interior where Frasier, we've seen him before. He was Chief Stew last year, and listen, he just like to me had the impossible task of like being a great second stew last year, but not necessarily the best Chief Stew. And I think it was because of like like it's a new role. You have two crazy people constantly fighting with each other. Like it's same to same, all right. And he was a little bit too friendly, just like Toomey was with Kyle. But I think he was a little too friendly with Alyssa. But again, Alyssa isn't a Kyle. Like I want to make that clear. So it's fine. Frasier coming in, he said, "I'm coming back with an iron fist. I'm gonna fist this season."
And fist he plans on doing, I guess.
Yes.
We go from the dildos to fisting. This is going to be a fun conversation, especially with these freaky primaries that we have as well.
Just
Uh,
like you from Texas, I mean, of course.
okay, woo, okay, woo. I was like, Sasha, dang, people are watching. Yeah, so
Someone clip his face.
my first impression of Fraser was like, oh, okay, Fraser's got this. He says, I'm coming in. I'm going to make sure to shut this down. And then we see the clip of, like you said, Camille and Alyssa fighting. And I was like, oh, that's the same Camille that cheated on Ben. So it's all starting to make sense now, But he's like, I'm not going to let that happen again. And he does something very interesting in this episode. When he goes to divvy out the stripes, he's like, we're just going to wait. Let's sit back and kind of see where everybody does well, and then we'll choose the roles. And I think that that's something that Toomey and Nat, they didn't really have the luxury of doing. It was like their Kyle was a professional butler, so he needed to be in that specific role. They had that brand new girl whose name I cannot remember now, who was like fresh out. She couldn't fold towels,
Lily.
like Lily. Yeah, she could do nothing. They had lost a person day one. It was a lot going on, so where they couldn't really sit back and see what people's strengths were. You just kind of had to go with it. And here, I think that Fraser is like, okay, let's just see what y'all do well, and then put you in the right spots. And it seems to be going completely great for him in this first episode.
Yeah, and listen, he had to deal with Sandy, but it isn't even like, oh, Sandy was like a little micromanagey. Sandy took them all a day off the boat when they only had like I think 1, maybe 2 days or day and a half between charters. And it's the same boat. So instead of cleaning this boat, Sandy took them out for a volleyball team bonding exercise.
Yeah.
Mind you, half of them are not athletic.
Yeah, so they were like, what are we doing here?
Yes, and Sandy and Frasier like got into a whole thing because of it. So it's just the point is he had to deal with a lot, but I feel like he has learned better, and I like his vibe. I've always liked his vibe, but I think that he's really good here. Yes, Lolly. Lolly says mandatory volleyball. Yeah, it was cringe. So anyway, that's Frasier. We have everyone's favorite, Barbie, aka the daddy's girl.
Yeah. So is Barbara new? Is she new here, or have we seen her before?
No, Barbara is new.
Okay. Yeah. I think that having the name Barbara being nicknamed Barbie is a really good time to apply for jobs right now. Especially jobs in television because of, the Barbie movie and stuff like that. Like, I don't think that can hurt you right now. I think in the past it might have got you overlooked, but right now, yeah, she's a dark-haired Barbie, right? And
yeah, listen, Barbie can be anyone.
But didn't Fraser say dark-haired girls are problematic? Like you said, you don't trust a girl with black hair, I believe.
Camille was a blonde.
Ooh.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what's he talking about here? But yeah, I like Barbie already. I was like, yeah, she looks like she's gonna be fun. She's from Argentina. She got big eyelashes. What's not to like?
Yeah, fake eyelashes, fake. Listen, I love a girl that owns it because the thing is, don't gatekeep all your good
Mhm.
secrets. Tell me everything so I can learn.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing about Barbie is that she said, I grew up with 3 nannies, and it's a mood. You know what I mean? Like, I just currently, I'm not gonna hate on her. Like, I find her to be fascinating, and I just want to know more about her life because it seems like she has a lot of FU money, and her tips and her maybe work from yachting goes into her life. um,
Mhm.
because our girl Barbie has shown up with many luxury goods on
Yeah.
the yacht, but where are we gonna store them?
Yeah, why did you bring all of these? And I get it. You want to look nice when you go out, but I mean, there's not a lot of space in these bunks at all. You know, they get the one little shelf pull out thing that they can sit there like a nightstand stuff on, and they get storage, and that's it. So she's gonna be putting that stuff in storage every time they get ready to go out. She's going down there to get her Louis bags and stuff. But I appreciate her being like, I worked for this, so I worked
Mhm.
for it. I bought it, and now I get to flaunt it, and there's nothing you can do about it. These tips bought this kind of stuff, and it's mine. And she's a hard worker. She's polished, bubbly. Barbie seems like she's gonna be fun this season.
Yeah, and Lolly does say on Watch What Happens Live, Frasier did say that her quote unquote price tag lifestyle is going to end up being a problem. I can see that. I think there is certain expectations that maybe people that have this kind of lifestyle, are going to have. So let's
Do you
see.
do you think she's gonna complain about the tips?
Yes, do you think she doesn't know about the tips? Like, am
I
I tripping?
No, well, in the past we've seen it to where sometimes certain people aren't really involved in a lot of the day to day, but they still get to
Mhm.
split the tips. I'm thinking if Barbie really about that money, she's like, hey, you really you weren't even here. You
Oh,
was in the
in that
hospital.
way, yes. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
let me
That I
let
agree
me
with.
get
I
some
can
more
see that.
money. I don't understand. Like
Mhm.
we not like I was doing a lot of work as one of the stews. I really don't think you should get like that's the kind of energy I want from her because I really don't understand how her price tag lifestyle could get in the way on a boat unless it's a drama off the boat. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. No, no, I like that theory. I think there's something to it because listen, there's one thing about rich people, they're gonna be the stingiest people in the room.
That's how the rich stay rich.
Yeah, correct. So it's just I can't wait. Okay. And another big thing, which I felt like made its rounds online, was that she brought her own sheets. So I'm like thinking, oh my God, these sheets are going to be so luxurious. Like, I understand why people would bring their own sheets. Like, so many bodies literally have been on this. But Lord, her sheets don't even fit the damn mattress.
Yeah, like I get it, but also you didn't check ahead to see what size bed y'all was gonna get. It's like when you're going off to college, you know what size dorm bed you're gonna
Yeah.
have, right? Twin size, and so you
You
probably
just
just
buy
go
a
get
full sheet. It's just, that's
right.
so basic.
Yeah, buy one of the cover one sheet covers all, but to get like I don't know. It's very weird. It's very weird that she messed this up, especially considering she was high maintenance enough to bring her own. But again, I appreciate the energy because this be nasty. We know a lot of these boats and Bravo be cheap when it comes to below
We
deck.
saw the pillows, remember? In the
Yeah,
in
they're
the
like that's
guest
why we have
cabins.
pillowcases. So like, or get new pillows. Ew, so
You
you know,
couldn't spend like $20 on Amazon to get another pillow?
yeah.
I
So
literally wanna throw up. Like, you're spending 50,000 and you have a shit stained pillow.
right. I was like, what was on the pillow? We don't
Why was
know.
it brown?
Right. It's like and anything could like have stayed in the pillow, right? But at the same time, it's like this is a luxury yacht.
Mhm.
So maybe do some luxury things and buy something new when something gets stained. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just hiding it. Um, but whatever. That's why they make pillowcases, right?
Yeah, sure. I don't think it works germs work that way, but yes, everyone. And then we, of course, have my actual favorite. Zandy is here, everyone. She hates human contact and is a witch and a vampire.
Both. hmm
And what?
What's not to love? Yeah,
We will
I'm
not
sorry. I
say
didn't see no problem.
anything rude about her on this podcast. I'll tell you that.
Obviously, because whatever she got going on, keep it. I don't need that. So Zandy, more power to you. I hope that you don't have to contact anybody in the daytime. And we even see that with her work life because they're like,
Mhm.
Zandy, what do you want to do? She's like, whoo, housekeeping. Put me down there. Let me make beds. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to touch nobody. I'm good. I was thinking, this is exactly what you need. This is what you're looking for in this type of stew. You want somebody
Yes.
who's like, I like doing this. We kind of saw that with Jess a little bit last season too, where she's like, nah, just let me fold stuff. I'm good. I don't want to be in all the drama. I'm good. I just ended up in the drama, but I don't think Zandy will. I think that she's a little scary, being a vampire
Yeah.
and a witch combined. I think separately those things are fine, but together, I'm not really gonna mess with Zandy. I'm waiting to see how she lights up when the nightlife happens though, because the vampires know how to party.
Yeah, and well, yeah, she said she can't remember the damn nights out.
Ooh.
And I will say that there's always unfortunately one or two folks, right, that don't get coupled up, even though, fun fact, they're all single. Uh Zandy is gonna be, I think, our like fun non-coupled person that we like.
Sasha, are they all single for real? Because I've seen this lie before.
They say they're single as in they're DTF on the boat. That's all I
Right.
mean by that.
Because we have seen plenty of single people end up texting their person on this show. We just saw it last season. We just saw it 2 seasons ago, where it's like even the production people be surprised. Like, wait, what do you mean you have a girlfriend? Who is that? You cheating on who with whom? I just don't believe that you finally got a cast of single people shenanigans. I don't believe it. I need to see it. I need to get to the whole season, and I'll apologize at the end. But right
Oh,
now, I don't
you
trust these
better than
people.
me. I'm like, yes, they're single. I'm in, the blind bird box where I can't. I'm that person where it's like, you said you're single, great. Now kiss.
Now kiss, yeah.
Now
I'm like kiss, but also show us your phone.
I don't care. Just make sure you let me see all the messy texts you're gonna send.
That's another thing I've never asked you. Below Deck really be asking them to see their text messages, huh? Because they put them up on the screen when it happened. The producers walk over and be like, "Let me see what y'all talking about." Yeah, that's
It
such a
must be
weird.
part of the contract, right?
Gotta be like we're privy to all your messages, so keep it cute. That kind of thing. We will put this on the screen.
Yeah, that's what I think, because they've shared, I mean, they're talking bad about each other up on screen, right? Like
Yeah,
Toomey's messages about Nat to Kyle up on screen. So I
yeah.
think it becomes like, I'm not a lawyer, but it's giving like everything is, open, like public
Hmm.
record for some reason.
Interesting. Yeah, bring me the documents. I need to find out if these people are really single or
Yeah.
not.
But as I said, I don't care. Uh, and Susan says Jared has a kid. Where's his girlfriend? Me thinks that they're estranged. But baby moms and
Baby
daughter
mom.
do live in Alaska.
Hmm.
And that was a sweet moment. We do find out about Jared and Carrie, that they're both the dads, who obviously aren't with their partners anymore, and how they're, trying to make it work with, you know, to be there for their kids. And that was a nice moment. The only nice moment Jared gets, TBH.
Yeah.
And poor Jared. I feel like they're burying him, y'all.
They are, because he ain't really that bad. I mean, if you look at the mistakes he made, we've seen people destroy the boat, like legit break stuff. It's like he dropped the anchor down a little too far. Let's pull it up. Like it's not like he ain't did nothing crazy yet. So I'm like, yeah, they about to get rid of him. I don't know. I feel like they are burying him, or he about to have one hell of a growth edit.
No, because have y'all ever seen such a crazy side quest of Jared and his pants?
Right. He's wearing the wrong size pants. He's like, oh yeah,
Every
whose
2
pants are these?
minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're really burying him, because that's almost a non-issue. We see, I think it might have been Zandy like ripped her skirt, and
Yep.
they just said okay, and that was it. But nobody talked about it. But when Jared's wearing the wrong pants, it became like a whole mini plot. And so yeah, they're burying him. I don't know why. I guess it's make room for Ben.
We'll see. Yeah, I just feel like we need to buckle up, buttercups, for Ben. But I pray I'm wrong. I pray.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. And we then, of course, last but not least, we do have Kat, who is the blonde, tall girl from California, but is not named Barbie. She is the line of the century. I don't
Yep.
dream of labor.
That part. What's your dream job? What does that mean? Dream job? Why would I dream of labor?
Go talk to Barbie, because Barbie got all the jobs, not me.
Right. She said, could never be me. And I was like, yep, these are my people. Go on, Kat. I'm rooting for Kat just off of that alone.
Period. And it seems like Kat is a crier. We do get okay, here's the thing. I have so many feelings. I know we're all over the place, but listen, this is season opener, so we're just gonna talk about everyone. So here's the thing. Kat, I feel like, is that person that's reliable. And you as a reliable human, like, you know this, where a lot of people will depend on you pretty quickly. And that
Mhm.
equals X person will ask you to do this, but Y person will see you allegedly doing something that maybe not as important and be like, "Well, can you do this for me?" And when you
Yeah.
say no, it will
Yeah.
be a breakdown.
Oh yeah. Oh, I related to Kat so much in this episode for sure. But first of all, my dream job is to be a floater. Tell me what you want me to
Oh,
do, and I will go
never.
do it. I am the person. I have so much physical energy. Like
Oh, yes.
I love talking to people, but I never sit down. So it's like, yeah, talking to people is fun. But if you need me to talk to people real quick, I'll go help you wash the dishes real quick. Then I finish that, and I go over here real quick. Like, give me that, and I'm good. But there is a level of expectation. Like when people need you or they want your help, they're looking at you like, why are you not helping? And then they say, well, you're moving too slow. Again, she might have been moving slow, but it did look like everybody wanted her everywhere because she was one of those people who could do anything. Uh, Captain Carey literally told them, if you need to cry, cry. Like
Yep.
I'm not against that. Yeah, I take care of your mental and your physical health. And I was like, cool, bet. And Kat said, yep, me too. And went ahead and got her cry out on her first break. But I think she'll be okay. I just think they're asking a whole lot of her on episode 1.
Yeah, and I think we're getting Frasier, Chief Stew, Barbie, number 2, basically. Sandy 3, and then Cat is about to be 4, and ran ragged.
She like our Lily of the season or something like that, where it's just kind of like you can't do anything right or something because she was doing fine. It's not fast enough, Barbie's already on her ass about it. Like,
Yeah.
could you speed up? Come on, what's up? And I was like, all right, y'all. She's doing a lot because this boat is big. That's something we really haven't talked about. There's a
Yep.
lot of up and down and back and forth. Like, this is not the tiny little ghetto boat. You know what I'm saying? Like the
From
kitchen
Down
is huge.
Under. Yeah.
Right, exactly. They're not playing games here, and so she's got a lot of running to do. Um, I felt bad for her because, like I said, I've been there. I am that person. I am moving a mile a minute at work, a billion times, like, and I'm everywhere. But when I'm not where you need me, is an issue.
Yes, it's more that, underscore that. And here's the thing, y'all. I will say, and we've said this on this podcast, don't come out the gate giving 110%.
Can't do it.
That becomes your base then, and then you get screwed. Don't do
Everybody
it.
expects it from you all the time. It's day one. But she was moving slow. Susan in the chat said she dried
Mhm.
one glass 5 times. Look, that's how you set precedent. Now, tomorrow, everybody knows, okay, Kat moves a little slow. Let's give her a little bit more leeway. And she cried a little bit. So let's not put so much on her. Now, even though she could have dried more glasses, she set the tone. And I think that's really what you got to do.
Does not dream of labor.
You said it.
Okay.
Believe her.
And I love that when she's having her meltdown, Frasier just happens to walk by and comforts her, has a little moment. It's fine. And then his leaves and mouths. She's not going to laugh.
He says you gotta have a thicker skin, and crying on day one
It's
is,
a lot.
it's a lot. It's a whole lot.
Yeah, but it's fine. Listen, speaking of a whole lot, Frenchie is here, and we're not talking about Max because Anthony is here. Our chef is here. I pray we're finally getting, like, quote unquote crazy chef again, because listen, he is of course French, but he calls his cuisine Anthony cuisine, not French cuisine. And he's like, listen, I'm from Miami now, blah blah blah. And Carrie's like, yeah, I just want good energy. He's like, I'm good energy, right? Huge personality, only refers to himself in third person, calls himself Frenchie all the time, and speaks French just like Frasier, and looks just like Frasier's ex.
Yeah, but Anthony, from what I can tell, is into the women's. Because I was thinking this
Is
might be a
he?
thing. Well, he
Yeah.
said he started to cook because he needed
Oh,
something to
that's
impress
true.
the girls. He was
Yes,
like, look,
yes.
but again, I don't know. Let's
Listen, maybe
see.
it's like Sunny. It's a
Right. Let's
spectrum,
say
as
you just
Sunny said.
like what you like. I was entertained by Anthony, and I needed to know who my drama was going to come from because, like I said, the Jared drama feels very forced. And he's not the stuff he has done wrong to me has not done. I've seen way worse. However, as far as chefs go, this is my first crazy chef because my chefs have been on point.
I
At
know,
least
and
they
I
might have
hate
been
that for you.
annoying, but my chefs have been on point. This guy is slow AF. His food looks amazing, though. Dear
Oh,
God.
you and I don't eat lobster, but
And I
that
wanted the
lobster pad
lobster.
thai, I
Yeah.
don't even like
Yeah.
Thai food. Great, I don't like
Mm-mm.
a lot of food. That's just on me. But because Thai food tastes really well, I don't know why I don't like it. But here we are, and that pad Thai on top of that. How do you get that height? And how
Yeah.
do you get it
Nah.
to stay?
It looks so good. The Korean bao buns,
Oh
that
my
the
god!
Korean chicken bao buns, I put that in my notes, like, I know them that damn chicken. I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Okay, he got me. I'm sold with the food." Um, Anybody who can make carpaccio look good is like a winner to me because, I
That's
mean,
true.
I it's raw beef, you know what I'm saying? It's raw
Would
meat.
you,
There's
for
yeah.
some?
Look, these people were talking about raw meat in more than one way, and, in a
Oh,
drink
we'll
sense,
get to
obviously.
that.
Yeah, but, but like I said, all the food looked really, really good, and so for him to show up and be, like, 45 minutes late, but in, like, 20 minutes between courses to where the primaries are like, "Hey, could you speed it up?" I'm like, "What? Excuse me?" So, yeah, good, good, good. More of this because I finally get crazy chef drama. It's been so long. My chefies have been decent, if not good,
Yeah,
at
and
their
I hate
jobs.
that for us because it
Nah.
don't make no sense. Okay, uh, here's the thing, right? And Miss Mount Sugar says it best. You haven't experienced below deck until you've seen a manic mean chef. Where is the lie? All right, where
Yeah.
is the lie? And Michael says, Chappelle, I have no idea how you've had this run of not insane chefs. Here's the thing, y'all. This setup, right? Because we had Chef Rachel in the setup last below deck because it's the same boat. I didn't say that at the start, St. David. The same boat. It is a hot mess because why do you have to go down 70 billion thousand million steps to get your stuff, right? The freezer is all the way, at least what, 1, 2, 3 loops down, and then you go up, then you come back down.
Yeah.
That would drive anyone crazy.
Yeah. And Cindy in chat says chef needs an assistant. And I agree. Because when Chef was bringing
Maybe
up
Cat
the
has some free time.
Cat ain't got no free
Cindy.
time, Cindy. Stop playing.
Cindy.
But Cat already crying. But Chef's on up and down the spiral staircase with all of these supplies and stuff like that, and then also serving the food. Chef is like coming out like, "Hey, I got this course, Like, I wouldn't. Yeah. First of all, he's late because his food looks immaculate and it takes time.
Yeah.
Perfection takes time. But then, although walking up and down those steps also takes time, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to drop nothing. Everything needs to be the same. You got to have everything plated. It looks pretty. Um, I'm excited because Zarina was good, but she had that
Yes.
tiny kitchen. They were basically working out of a microwave.
Mhm.
Chef Jack was good. He was a little drama. He got into a little drama every now and then, but his food was good. He really wasn't imaginative. We haven't forgot about the gay pancakes. You know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
here,
I think he was like
yeah,
the quote unquote worst chef you've seen. And it wasn't even bad. It's just
yeah,
it was a little meh versus
yeah,
like this. But the thing is, one all you need is one drop. Like you have marinated something, for like 6 hours, and
yeah,
then it drops on the staircase. Is gonna be curtains
yeah,
for our Frenchie. This is what I believe at least. And we do see in the next time on the or in the like this season on that he is just whoop, whoop. So let's see how that goes. But and the last thing I will say about chefs though, you have missed this. So on whenever this was, I can't even remember. The bald chef, y'all, on Below Deck Med, who quote unquote hurt his knee. He had to go up these spiral staircases, Chappelle. He falls before charter one even starts and has to get off the boat and like has a whole breakdown and tells Sandy he has to quit. He wasn't made for this. And Sandy somehow
yes.
like calls him off the ledge. But Malia, the deckhand, ends up cooking. Not
The
deckhand,
deck.
the bosun, ends up cooking for a little bit, and, like, I mean, they're just pulling stuff out of their ass, like, for
Oh,
that charter. Oh, Matt, thank you, Anna. That was like, when I say that I think Matt and Chef Ryan are like one of the worst two chefs recently, but Leon takes the cake for like how horrid. But he had Kate, so it worked out.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, I'm
Yes,
excited to see this.
microwave lobster.
No, thank you. I don't want to perceive that. Don't want to talk about that.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just we've had a great ones, but I think Anthony's gonna give us something.
Right.
And now the piece de resistance of this season, okay? The proverbial whipped cream cherry on top are these guests.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
what the
Yeah.
hell is going on here? All right, because we, normal, right? We get a preference sheet meeting. Okay, our primaries are Brian and Rebecca. They're middle-aged, oil money, newlyweds from Texas. Again, we know these people, and
We
not
know these
them
people.
personally, but like we know these people,
Hmm.
and they have a group of friends. TBH, I can't tell who's who, but that's on me. And they've, requested a multi-coast dinner for night one. Disaster, only in timing, and an '80s Miami dance party. Does that mean it is some Tina Snow?
Oh, I was about to say, yeah, they sound like they're going skiing on this yacht. Is what it
Yes.
sounds like to me, because that's what I think of when I think of that, like, that time period. Very Magnum PI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and when we say these guests are before they even get on the boat, they have started, right? Where she says like virulent vat. And
Yeah.
I looked it up and it meant like hostile.
Yeah. It's
So,
aggressive.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they're just like, we're all BFFs. And they're getting the little tour, Chappelle. And they're like, oh,
Mhm.
so we can all peep into the master suite.
Yeah, we could switch bedrooms, that's fine. I was like, "I thought y'all were married." Like, "Hold on, you swatching bedrooms? Huh, okay." I was waiting on the pineapple to come out. I was still waiting on somebody to pull out the pineapple shirt or
Listen,
something,
this
like,
is not Royal Caribbean Ultimate
Is
World Cruise.
it? Because it kinda feels like it, you know what I'm saying?
There's no
These
upside down pineapple.
that's I was looking for it. I was looking for it because these guys are nasty. The word moist was thrown around way
Oh,
too
I
much in this
hate you.
episode.
I hate you.
She said it.
But
It was
why would you repeat it?
wet and moist several times.
Okay, Cardi B, I need you to stop. But Frasier just says, "Listen, I'm just happy I'm not on housekeeping," and that is
Yeah.
correct.
Ugh. Yeah. The black light might be getting some, so you think that pillow was nasty. Dear God.
They're probably gonna use that pillow. That poor
They're gonna have
pillow.
to they're gonna have to throw everything out. Just throw it off the boat, burn it, bury it, something like that, because all this stuff is finna get, um yeah, it's gonna be nasty, y'all. These guests are gross. This is my kind of I'm like, yeah. I'm like with the
I
camcorder, like,
said
"Y'all are
it's
doing
his kind
amazing,
of
sweetie."
people, y'all. Y'all
Yeah.
don't know.
I'm
Uh,
like
yes, and Susan says the hot tub. Yeah, we get a moment where Frasier said, and the hot tub is right up here. So be careful because it is completely see-through. Because it's
Yeah.
also a window.
Right, like Legionnaires are like something very happened in that hot tub, like virulent.
Yeah, different virulent, as
Yeah,
Pamela says. That will be the full of virus version.
yeah.
Yep.
Now having
Then
a
the
see-through
bottom
bottom
is
hot
see-through.
tub is kind of perverted though. Like, whose idea was that to where I could be like, "Oh, we can look up and see." It's a hot tub. What
It's
do you think you gonna see when
smart
you look up? Yes, but also, what do you think
because
you're
you
gonna
won't
see
be
when you look up?
doing no
Oh, you think it's
confusion.
like,
It's a
it's like,
preventative measure, not a
okay, because I was
cure.
like, somebody should like, "Oh, yeah, let me go peek up," because it's a hot tub. At best, you only gonna see feet.
An ass. Yeah.
Yeah,
Depends.
that's at best. That's what I'm saying. Like, so what are you doing? Why did they make this? But I think you're right. If it's to like, hey, we can see y'all up there, so chill.
Hey, hey, just shine the
Yeah,
light.
cut it out.
Hey, hey,
Yeah,
hey.
spraying water. Grab that dildo and just start shooting water.
Yep, that exactly. Oh my god. And literally the guests are only making sex jokes. And I will say it's getting a little elementary, right? Where I was like, we are known, Chappelle and I. We even had the adult workers comment on our YouTube channel, right? Like
Yeah,
we
they
are
love
known
us.
to like really find these people fascinating. But don't play me because this was boring. I was like, y'all just keep making these dumbass jokes. Like I was
Kiss.
12 making these jokes.
Right. We're like, kiss. Kiss now.
Yeah, or do it.
Don't
Give me
wait. Right, newlyweds. You kiss her, you kiss him, y'all kiss each other. Do something. Like y'all keep talking about it. Go do
space
it.
spin the bottle. Damn, since you're acting elementary.
Right. So y'all this nasty. Why y'all only doing the 80s dance party? Where's the bring out the toys? We've seen that before on Below Deck. Like, how nasty are y'all? Don't play in our face.
That's what I'm saying. It was just giving
All talk.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I do have something more to share about
Okay.
these guests. So, friend of the podcast and my IRL friend, Jason messaged me,
Yes.
and he was on Reddit. And I mean, he's been very taken by this season. So he's been
Yes.
texting me nonstop about it and says there was a Reddit post that about this primary, about the female primary, and says that this person is my estranged mother. She's been trying to get on TV since I was a baby, applying for Real World every year, and it feels like she's finally made it because she married a rich guy. And the commenter also said that he met one of her other primary friends and that this show edited down how vulgar they are in real life.
Oh, what is the show doing? We want all that. You
The thing is,
taking
this
out the
could
good
be a
stuff.
lie, and I don't care.
Yeah, I want it. This is canon as far as I'm concerned. Tattoo it on my face. This is real. I want more of that. This we get day one of their charter here. They do some
Mhm.
like excursions. Um, we see some kayaking on the horizon for them.
Yeah.
Sasha, you and I have done that.
Yes.
Yeah, but like day two, I need to spice it up. Spice up your life. Give me
Yeah,
something.
because don't bore me. Okay? Do not bore
Yeah,
me.
yeah, because it was suggestive, but like I said, now we need action. We
Yeah,
talked
because
about it, now be about it.
it's too much talking, not enough
Mhm.
doing. That's my
Yeah.
problem.
Now kiss.
Now, yes, y'all know who we are. And that is like it for really the episode. Like I said, we have a lot of Captain Jason. My God, Captain Carrie. Micromanaging, where the biggest piece I will say is he expects the sinks to be all either like the stoppers to be up or down uniform,
Mhm.
and the zippers need to be facing down. I mean, and the what is it? The toilet paper needs to be folded a certain way.
Where was his energy and adventure? That's what I'm saying. Sasha, this is a new person.
Yes, it was. Trust me, this is not someone we've seen before.
Yeah, he's like, let's do a walkthrough real quick because I need to know everything that happens on the boat. No, captain does not like
Mid
surprises.
charter.
Right. Hey, by the way, I know it's in the middle of the day, but there's smudges right there. I see that. Why are these up? They should be down. What about the zippers? Da, 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 da. Let's make another lap. So, I mean, for him, he's putting a lot of effort into making sure this stuff is kind of like, uniform in a certain way. So now, yeah, Jared's mistakes are going to really get under his
Yeah.
skin because, like everything else, aside from Anthony and Jared, everything is moving very like smoothly and is by the book as he wants it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I think that like as far as Jared was going, those were tiny errors. Like I
But listen, Captain Jason fired someone. I already forgot his name in Down Under, remember, for the anchor issue. But the difference was I think the anchor almost like could have flown back.
yeah.
This is like in calm waters. Like,
It
oh
was
no. It
literally
was
we
like
stopped the boat. Yeah, dropped the anchor this far. You dropped it too far. Like that guy
mhm.
dropped the anchor while the boat was moving. And so that's completely different. And so I just like it feels like tiny things, but at the same time, when everything else is so meticulous, then those things are going to stand out. And I do think the show is Barry and Jared. So I'm interested to see what Captain Carrie does moving forward.
Yeah.
Captain Carrie right now, like I like Captain Glenn. He was funny. I
Mm-hmm.
think Captain Jason is my favorite right now.
Yeah. For
But
sure.
Captain Carey could move into like that second spot if he keeps this up because I kind of like the energy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not against micromanaging. I think because it's Charter 1, everyone is running around with chicken with their heads cut off. And then you have literally ops like Ben who get info and just don't give it to the bosun. Why? Because he's mad that the bosun wouldn't let him do the anchoring instead. And I was like, dude, let the bosun first prove himself and then we can move forward from here. Because folks maybe forget, but Below Deck people hang out with each other. So Ben and Carrie actually know each other at least socially. Jared knows Carrie from nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
gonna be so crazy. Yeah, thank you, Big T. It was, I think, Adam who Jason fired. I believe so, but I truly can't
Mhm.
remember. And Michael, I love this because now we go into like the next time or this season on, and it is just a montage of everything going wrong. Everyone being like, Shh, I need you. Cat, Frasier, and Captain Carey is just like head in hand,
Mhm.
wanting to like fire them all.
Yeah. And I didn't see a lot of like relationship drama though.
Oh no,
Um
there will be. So there we already saw. I think Sunny was talking to a man, could be Kyle or Ben, saying like you can't have sex with both of us, and we're both on the boat.
yeah, so it's like, but
So
who's the other one? Is it
yeah,
Barbie? We thinking this is
Barbie.
Barbie? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we got a little something going on.
Yep.
I need more. I need more. Give me
Hmm.
more. Like I said, I don't need y'all to where it's like icky, kind of gross
Yeah.
microaggressions and yeah, all that kind of stuff. But the relationship drama,
Ben, king
yeah.
of microaggression, let me tell you.
Really? Okay. Yeah. So let's I'm excited. We got probably a long ass season ahead of us. They really, really, really dragged out Below Deck Med last season to the point where we were like, is this ever gonna end? It felt like it was on for 3 years. And
Yep.
so I know we got a lot more Below Deck to come, but I'm very excited to see what messiness will come from this. Because we're
Yeah.
all in. I'm happy. We're back. We're back, baby.
Yeah, we're so excited. And yeah, Susan says on Watch What Happens Live, Carrie was pissed about Ben not relating info. Oh, yeah. Because listen, we've seen Carrie. Captain Carrie don't play these games. Okay. He's
Mhm.
not the one. And Zen does remind us that Frasier and Ben had drama last time. But I feel like that was because of Camille. Because Ben was very much like, you're being mean to my girl. Da da da. And then Anna also says this cast seems potentially very messy. The trailer looked like old school Below Deck. And that is what we have been praying. And this is why this is Below Deck, no semicolon anything. All right. Everyone. I didn't end up watching Watch What Happens Live. I just got kind of burnt out on it. So that's on me. I will come back next week Watch What Happens Live again. I just like needed a break because like Andy don't give two F's about Below Deck, unfortunately.
It don't.
But yeah, with that, anything else, Chappelle, for this episode?
Nope. This was fun. Happy to be back with the Peanut
Me
Gallery.
too.
A lot of big deck energy on this episode, but I need more. I need more. So I'm very excited to see what's coming. And yeah, I want to know. Like, this is my first below deck proper charter. So I needed to deliver because right now I'm thinking I like Down Under the most so far. I think that
Yeah,
so far this has
probably
been
gonna
my
be.
favorite one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that might be true just because they're all way more endearing than anyone else. But
Mhm.
let's see. I think Rusty says fun times ahead. So let's see. And with that, again, thank you, everyone. If you're enjoying it, leave a like because you're watching us live on YouTube right now. So leave us a like, leave us a 5-star review. Listen, new season, new us. Leave us that 5-star review if you haven't already. It really helps us out. It helps our boss, Rob, see that y'all really care. So, just help us, okay? And with that, I will say I actually also have something to plug. I work for a Black and Brown women-led nonprofit, and we're actually hosting a free wellness series centering the liberation of Black and Brown women. So if you're a Black or brown woman or a woman of color and you're needing rest, you're like wanting to learn what deep joy and rest looks like in your body, this is for you. Check out my pinned tweet on Twitter at funsize_04, or you can go to tinyurl.com/dimensions pop-up 1 to register. It's free. You just need to show up, and we have this and I'm putting the link in the chat. We have this badass body therapist named Tana who's gonna lead us through a lot of great sessions. So check that out. And of course, for everything else I'm doing, just follow me on Twitter. I host a pop culture podcast. Chappell was a guest last week where we talked about all the Megan and who drama.
Elmo.
Yeah, and Elmo. We talked
Mhm.
Elmo. All right. If you know, you know. So check that out on Mess Magnets, which is Rob has a website /mess feed. And of course, I'm covering Love and Hip Hop Atlanta with Bryce over on the Purple Pants podcast feed and on the Bryce Isaiah YouTube channel. So check that out. And for everything else, again, just stay tuned. What about you, Chappelle?
RHAPkickback.com is where I'm doing all my best work. We're counting down the top 5 of Black movies and television this month for February, because we got 5 weeks in February. It's a leap year, and so we intend on using every week of that year to highlight some of the stuff I want to talk about. And I want to talk about the top 5 Black movies, the top 5 Black dramas and comedies, sitcoms, all that stuff. So join us over there this week. Our guest, Bryce Isaiah, Purple Pants badass himself, joined us, and it was a good time with me and Mari, who is my co-host. Also on RHAPkickback.com. Me and Puya just talked about Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the premiere, and we've been waiting on people to tell us whether or not they want us to cover the rest of the season. We're not going to do like a weekly episode, but we might just, do a like season review at the end once everybody has watched it. But check that out on RHAPkickback.com. Subscribe, 5-star reviews, please help hype the boy up, because I gotta get some views, gotta get some likes. Go over to the YouTube channel. It's over there at Recap Kickback on YouTube. And
say you're from the Peanut Gallery.
Please tell me you're from the Peanut Gallery, because y'all are my
Yes.
faves, And then also, of course, suitspodcast.com. Rob and I are still talking about Suits spinoff called Pearson. If you watch Suits, go check it out. The podcast feed is already loaded with all our episodes, so just go jump in wherever you want, or jump in on our Pearson watch. We're doing one a week. Also, I'm still doing Nothing But Netflix on Rob Has a Podcast. And then soon, Gia and I will be having our coverage of Abbott Elementary coming to our Abbott Elementary feed. And so stay tuned to my Twitter at Chappelle's_show to keep up with what I got going on and more.
Woohoo! Thank you, everyone, for listening. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.